Hello again, Kingston Town Administrator Keith Hickey with the latest edition of This Week in Kingston for the week ending November 17th, 2023. First, want to thank everybody for their support over the past year or so and wish everybody a happy and safe Thanksgiving weekend. I hope everybody gets a chance to spend some time with friends and family and have a nice meal and enjoy your time. Some really neat things have happened over the last week or so in Kingston. One of the things that occurred last Friday for Veterans Day, as I'm sure people may be aware of, there's been some work from a subcommittee that's been trying to put together a veterans memorial park, and they've been looking around now for quite some time, and finally landed at the front of the townhouse. They presented to the Board of Selectmen a while ago. The Board of Selectmen was supportive of placing that memorial there, excuse me, and they've been working on design and things of that nature. Friday before the Veterans Day lunch that they have every year, they had a groundbreaking, and to be able to be there, participate, and see the happiness on the faces of veterans and families and friends of veterans was really heartwarming and very, very nice to see. So it was great to be part of that. I want to thank both our veterans agents for all of the work that they've done in helping out, and the working group. There's about a half a dozen people in that working group who have been working tirelessly to try to put this together. So the funding is set, the design is set. It's just a matter of getting it constructed now, and hopefully by next spring, a lot of that work will be done, and people will see the fruits of the efforts that have been made by those people. So, belated thank you and happy Veterans Day to everybody who was there and who served to protect our country. Moving on, we have, and again, most everybody will see this after the event happened, but the Friends of the Council on Aging and the Council on Aging staff are putting together their annual Thanksgiving lunch. That's happening. That happened on November 17th, 16th, excuse me. Great day. It's great to see all the seniors together, having a great turkey meal served by members of the Kingston Fire Department. So it's a really nice opportunity to participate in that. And one quick thing I meant to mention on the Veterans Day, and I apologize for circling back to that. If you go to YouTube and search for PAC TV Gov services, PAC TV was kind enough to come on for last Friday and film that whole ceremony, and it was a really, really nice show that they put together for the veterans. And if people have the opportunity to take a look at that, I think you'd be pretty impressed with what PAC TV did and the event that occurred in Kingston last Friday. So I apologize for circling back to that. I meant to mention it and forgot, frankly. Moving on, some of the other things just want to make people aware of. The next week is Thanksgiving, obviously. The townhouse, streets, trees, and parks, Council on Aging, and the library will be closed on Thursday and Friday. The library will reopen on Saturday. The library will also close at 5 o'clock on Wednesday, rather than having the later hours. The transfer station will have normal business hours. They close typically, as you know, on Thursdays and Fridays. So those are the normal days they'll be closed. They'll be reopening on Saturday morning, and be open on Saturday and Sunday, business as usual there. So if you are planning on coming and doing some business with the town next week, you'll have to do it before the end of business on Wednesday. And other than that, we'll be closed for the remainder of the week and opening back up the following Monday. Also, there's been some discussion at in one of the school subcommittees. They've been looking for some improvements for safety improvements at the intersection of Pembroke and Lake Streets. The Streets, Trees, and Parks Superintendent Paul Basler met with one of the school subcommittees earlier this week, along with an engineer, and they presented to the subcommittee a couple of different options, excuse me, for trying to address some of the safety concerns up near the high school. The first was a fully signalized intersection. The second being a roundabout. And there was some discussion about what it would look like, what the impacts would be, what would be safer for the public and people using the intersection. And ultimately, the subcommittee chose to go in the direction of a roundabout. So on the town website, the front page, there's a link that shows you the presentation that was made to the subcommittee and also the designs that were presented to the subcommittee, so you can take a peek at those and get a sense of what's being proposed. Moving on from this, final plans and cost estimates will be put together. And my impression is the school committee members will be working with our legislative delegation to see if there's some funding available in some way to fund these improvements. So nothing certainly that's going to be done anytime in the very near future, but we're at least trying to identify the improvements that can be made and then try to find the funding to make them. So we're moving forward is unfortunately slower than probably most people would appreciate. Lastly, I guess today, just to make people aware, there is an opportunity for you to complete a survey on what you're looking for and characteristics of a new police chief. Again, that's on our website as well, under the new news flash section. If you go to that link, you are asked a number of questions. Some of them are rating type questions. Some of them you actually have to type in a response. What we're trying to, but the committee that's looking to recommend the new police chief to the Board of Selectmen are looking at gaining some insight from the residents of the community who want to take a few minutes and fill out that survey. So we have a sense of what the community is looking for. So when we're interviewing candidates, we can recommend the best candidates to most closely meet the type of person that the survey people completing the survey wanted to see. So excuse me. With that, I'd urge you to take a few minutes and just click on that survey if you can. We'd love to get as much feedback as possible. So with that, we have a Board of Selectmen meeting next Tuesday night. We'll be discussing a number of things on the agenda. We'll be looking to set the tax rate, as well as having some discussions with the Friends of the Council on Aging on the meal options that are being provided to the seniors. So please feel free to tune in. Love to have you participate if you'd like. But with that, we won't be on next week. I want to thank everybody for watching. Hope everybody has a fantastic Thanksgiving, and we'll talk to you again in a couple of weeks. Have a great day.